It was a bright, crisp morning in Cebu. The sun just beginning to rise as I prepared myself for the next journey. As I stepped off the taxi and into the sleek modern terminal of Mactan-Cebu International Airport, I had arrived 5 hours early, not out of necessity but out of a sense of adventure, the kind only a content creator like me would understand. The airport, renowned for its unique design, greeted me with a subtle hum of travelers preparing for their journeys. Some hurried, others leisurely, just like myself. But there was something about the architecture that I caught my eye immediately. The moment I walked inside, I felt a sense of awe that only a true lover of design could experience. The massive wooden beams above me seemed almost alive, sleek curved arcs of high-strength wood stretching across the ceiling like the wings of the majestic bird. The trusses, elegant yet sturdy, form arcs that weren't just decorative but functional. As I stood beneath them, I noticed how they seemed to support the entire structure with not a hint of sag. I marveled at the columns, whose joints and intersections hinted at a design built not only for strength but for the earthquake resistance, a testament to the engineer's foresight, blending modern architecture with natural disaster resilience. I pulled out my camera, eager to capture the intricate details. The polished wood, the sweeping curves of the roofline, the balance between nature and technology. As I filmed, I couldn't help but think about the journey this place symbolized, not just a terminal for arriving and departing flights, but a hub of stories, cultures, and connections that span the globe. I ventured deeper in the terminal, stopping to chat with airport personnel, airport guides, who told me about the airport's innovations, the sustainable practices it used, and the key role it played in Cebu's growing tourism. I learned that the terminal's design was inspired by Cebu's rich natural resources, especially its famed wooden craftsmanship and its close relationship to the ocean. As I walked through the terminal once more, I stopped for a quick bite at one of the local restaurants. The aroma of fresh lechon, grilled seafood, and halo-halo filled the air. The taste was just as remarkable, flavors so rich and authentic. They encapsulated the spirit of the islands in a single bite. It felt like the perfect final touch to my time here. It was clear to me that Cebu International Airport wasn't just a stopover. It was a gateway to the Philippines, a hub for countless adventures both near and far. The inspiration, the love for architecture, culture, and storytelling. Cebu International Airport is an often overlooked gem in the global travel landscape. With its striking use of local materials, especially wood, and its design inspired by Filipino craftsmanship and traditions. The modern touches like earthquake-resistant joints and the arc-shaped trusses bring the design into the 21st century while honoring the island's deep connection to nature. Beyond the physical space, it's a symbol of connection. The connection between cultures, countries, and people. Cebu is strategically located at the heart of the Philippines, a hub for travelers heading to its many islands or stopping for a break between longer journeys. The airport represents not only a gateway to the islands, but a gateway to stories, the kind I love to capture through my lens as a content creator. It symbolizes the journey, not just through physical space, but through the experiences we encounter as we move through the world, whether through airports, relationships, or the stories we tell. In one of the corners of the airport, I stopped at a currency exchange booth. I needed to convert my remaining Philippine peso to Canadian dollars. The process was smooth, and while I waited for the transaction, I couldn't help but reflect on how seamless everything about this airport felt. From the stunning design to the ease of the transaction, it all worked together harmoniously, much like the interconnectedness of Cebu to the rest of the world. As I wandered through the terminal, my camera in hand, I marveled at the beautiful details of the airport. But it wasn't until I turned a corner near the main departure hall that I saw something, or rather someone, that truly captured my attention. She is a Cebu International Airport guide dressed in a striking red and orange costume. Her uniform wasn't just a simple outfit, it was a work of art. The fabric shimmered subtly in the natural light, while intricate patterns of woven designs inspired by Cebuano culture danced across her dress. Her hair was neatly styled, and her smile was warm, inviting travelers with an unmistakable sense of pride. There was something about her presence that stood out against the otherwise bustling background of the airport. I am ready to depart in Cebu and continue my journey. I realized that this day wasn't just about catching a plane. It was about capturing moments that would never be quite the same, about finding beauty in the unexpected and appreciating the seamless blend of design, culture, and personal connection that made Cebu International Airport a truly special place. A story told through architecture, human interaction, and flavor, captured in the heart of the Philippines at the gateway to the world. And thank you for watching.